Goodbye, Grandma Curie. Travel safe, darling. Bye. They're coming out. Well, that would have to be the worst part about traveling with a beautiful family.
Is the goodbye.
Saying goodbye. They're heading west, we're heading east. Can't stay with them forever.
Yep. Well, after 3 months with the Whittles, a month working here at Tumby Bay, it's time to say goodbye to Tumby Bay and blow this joint.
Back on the road again. We ended up spending a bit over a month here in Tumby Bay. Beautiful little caravan park and a beautiful little town. If you do get the chance down here on the Eyre Peninsula, it's definitely worth stopping in at Tumby Bay. Bit of jetty jumping with the kids when we got the odd nice day.
And the bakery was really nice.
The bakery is amazing. The town's got beautiful little murals all around it.
Yeah.
We did have some pretty average weather for the most part of our time here, unfortunately. I didn't realise that here in the Eyre Peninsula they actually call November Blowvember, just like WA. And
One day we'll get it right, won't we?
And it's been true to its name. It's blowed almost every other day, quite violently at times. But yeah, we're about to head out of town and head past where Mel was working.
I can explain to you a couple of things I was doing. It was quite fun. So I was operating the yellow machine. It's called a drive-over hopper and stacker. Trucks would drive on and drop the wheat, and it would get put up in through the stacker and dumped onto the bunker. Once the bunker was full, the tarps would get pulled over, and that was there done.
And that was your job. Was it hard work, darling, or what?
It was hard work. It was a lot of concentration. I had a lot of fun. I mean, I could stick around and do it some more, but maybe next year.
You have signed up for the next year's harvest, haven't you?
I have, yes.
So if you can't find a job between now and then, I guess we'll be back working the harvest.
Yep, should be fun.
And we are heading to a little town that we've visited before, and it has probably been our favourite town ever.
Yes.
A little town called Port Neal, halfway up the eastern side of the Eyre Peninsula. And I'm pretty excited to get in there and visit it again. I hope it's got the same charm to it that it had last time we were there.
For some reason, it just resonated with us.
Yeah, we love that little town, and we're very excited to go and do another little overnighter in there, and hopefully we can share with you why we enjoy that town so much. See you at Port Neal.
This is us for the night. Is that our smoke alarm going off?
That is our smoke alarm going off.
I just put a new battery in it.
I think we have to get a new smoke alarm.
So anyway, we're staying at the RV park in town. It's $5 a night. There are nicer beach camps around, but you know, as we're only here for one night, we want to go check out town, so we're just going to be here.
Thought we'd keep it simple.
Keep it simple. We didn't want to drive too far and like pull a muscle or something.
We'll go and we'll sort out the fire alarm.
Make sure the band's not on fire.
And make sure the band's not on fire. I'm sure it's not. It went off when we were out the other day as well. But yeah, then we'll go and head into Port Neal and see if Port Neal still has the same appeal.
Oh no!
Well guys, what can I say? I think Port Neal still has that appeal for me. Beautiful white sand, you can actually drive on this beach here. Beautiful blue water, a wicked jetty that you can fish off and swim off. There's even an awesome playground for the kids to play on, but I don't think they want to go on the playground today. Pretty sure they want to get out to the end of the jetty and go swimming, so we better catch up to them. Oh.
What was that? What were you expecting me to fall off?
I was, you know, hoping for a bit of entertainment. You kids want to go swimming? Do you want us to all jump in together?
Yeah! So you kids go first.
No, well, I'll go. I don't know if Mum's actually going to swim.
You show me how it's done first.
Are you opening up?
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
That's cold. Kylie, what happened?
It's colder than Tumby Bay was.
Kylie, you're chickened out.
It's higher than the Tumby Bay one.
Is it cold, Owen?
Nah.
Well, it didn't last very long.
I chickened out. They probably did 5 jumps and they're frozen, so I'm glad I didn't bother.
Mum decided she didn't want to get cold. I think the max temperature today is 22. So yeah, she's a little chilly. She's probably not really warm enough for prolonged swimming. And the water temperature is cooler than outside. I guess the water temperature would be about 18. So that's it. Did you enjoy your jumping?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy your jumps that you could count on one hand?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if it's warm enough, I might come back tomorrow morning.
I don't think it's going to be warm in the morning. I
You
think
never
this is
know.
about the nicest day we're going to get.
Never know.
Anyway guys, I guess we'll head back to camp and chill out, hey? Alright, getting dinner started nice and early tonight. As you can see, the sun is still outside. I have a bit of a reputation for not starting dinner early enough lately, and I'm trying to improve. So I'm going to share a bit of a new dinner that we've been doing a lot lately. We've been loving this. We're grabbing these boneless chicken Kievs. They were $6.50 on sale, which is an absolute bargain. Got a few veggies to go with that, so I'm going to be cutting up and peeling for some potato, and we'll be having that, some mashed potato. I cook these in the barbecue, and then I cook them with some carrots as well, and we finish it off with a bit of greens. This week we picked some asparagus. There you go, doesn't that look good for a nice little budget meal? Everyone excited for dinner?
I am. This is so tasty.
And if you kindly look outside, the sun is still out.
Well done, darling.
See? I can cook dinner before the sun goes down. I actually might have a little bit of an ulterior motive because I'd like to go down to the jetty and see if I can catch a squid. So 2468, bog in, don't wait. And then Owen and I are going to head down and see if we can catch a squid. Well guys, the squid weren't playing the game this afternoon, but you know what? Sitting here with my son, legs dangling over the edge of the jetty, a rod in hand and the golden sun sinking below the horizon, it's hard to feel disappointed. Sometimes it's not about the catch, it's about slowing down, breathing in the salty air and just soaking up moments like this. And honestly, the fact that the squid didn't want to play ball didn't bother me at all. My darling, it's good to see you awake so early.
Well, it's not by choice. I've been starting at like 7 o'clock for the last month, and apparently I don't sleep in anymore, which is fantastic.
Mel is no longer a Herkler-Dürkler, but guys, what can I say? It's a fantastic feeling to be back on the road and travelling
Very
again.
excited. We haven't travelled very far. We've only travelled half an hour because while we were parked up, if anyone else has had the opportunity when they're stopped still for a little bit, we've done a whole bunch of upgrades to things.
And it's nice because we're kind of basking in the glory of those upgrades.
And why didn't we do them for so long?
One of those is I absolutely sparkle cleaned our stovetop, and I pulled it completely apart, and I got a little needle and I stuck it into the jets and cleaned all the jets up, and now we're getting a lot more heat out of our cooker, which I'm enjoying. But yeah, throughout the rest of this video we might share some of the changes and upgrades that we've made.
Yep, some of them are very exciting and I just love them. But we do have to drive back to Tumby today because one of the other upgrades just arrived in the mail this morning.
So it was a day late. A day late and a buck short, so one of us has got to take a drive back to Tumby Bay to pick that up. Scissors, paper, rock. You literally, it's hilarious. I would win 95% of our scissor, paper, rock. That was...
I am terrible at that. I don't know
that was not scripted or planned. I didn't even know we were doing scissors, paper, rock. Alright, you can go and get our little doobie whacker.
Thank you, darling. Oh dear, got the mail. I opened it and I don't know what it is.
Thanks, darling. I am sorry you lost scissors, paper, rock again. Alright, so we mentioned that we've been doing a whole bunch of upgrades while we've been parked up, and this little piece here is a specific aerial mount. So we've ordered in a UHF aerial, and now the D-Max has like a really weird bonnet scoop, and it's like a standard aerial mount wouldn't work, so I had to go online and find this specific little number. So we're actually going to be moving to a new camp today, and we're going to be meeting some new friends, and my new friend, old friend actually, a family friend who started traveling, and he happens to be an auto electrician. Now he doesn't know this yet, but he's going to be giving me a hand to do one of our final upgrades when we camp together. So yeah, I guess we're ready to get going. Are you ready to go, Dale?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Let's get packed up and going. Well guys, this is Point Gibbon campground and it is an absolute stunner. What a wicked place to be camped up for a week. This is one of those book online campgrounds through the Eyre Peninsula Council, so it's just visiting www.eyrepeninsula.com.au/camping to find the site. They're numbered sites, so you've got to select your site. Now that we've been here and been for a walk around, my picks would be 3, 10 and 15. But that water out there looks sensational. We actually have forecast some nice weather coming forward, which is a really nice change after suffering some terrible weather whilst we were parked up at Tumby Bay for that month. It just never stopped blowing. They did call it Below-vember instead of November, and it was true to its word, but we've moved into December and just like that, wind is gone. We've got some good weather coming. Now I want to show you one of the things and one of the upgrades that I made whilst we were parked up in Tumby Bay. Alright, so while we were in Tumby Bay, we made some modifications to the caravan. We have installed a Starlink pass-through. So you can see here, our Starlink now runs up here and in through a pass-through.
That means we no longer have to keep this window shut, which has been shut for like the last 3 years.
Since Tasmania, which was about 2 years ago. So we used to just run Starlink in through this window, which meant that we had to keep this window closed. It was really daunting putting a hole in the caravan. I'll chuck a couple clips up of me doing it, but I'm so satisfied with the result.
I'm so excited. Why did we do this when we first got
Yeah, it's one of those things you wish you had have done it a long time ago. Also guys, I will quickly introduce you to our neighbours over here. We have Chris and Paris and their sons Arthur, Miles and daughter Claire. Now funny story about these guys, they're actually Mel's dad's best friend's kids and we've known them since we were children. We've known them for a really long time. They were born and raised, oh you've come out darling. They were born and raised on the Gold Coast like us, and I just think it's really weird and awesome that here we are in the middle of the Eyre Peninsula hanging out, caravanning around Australia, right? So if you catch these guys in the background of this week's video, you know who they are now. But with that, I think we're going to acquaint ourselves with our old friends,
Yes.
have a few beverages, and we'll catch you guys on an explore day.
Totally with.
Wow, good morning guys. Isn't this absolutely glorious? Swing around, have a look at that. Got the inflatable set up down there on the beach. The weather has been absolutely stunning. Such a stark change from what we were experiencing while we were in Tumby Bay. It's been little to no wind, clear blue skies. It's been absolutely beautiful. This morning, after I have a coffee, I'm going to wake Owen up, and Chris, Owen and I are going to head out in the inflatable and see if there are any fish out there in that ocean. Owen, did you want to come fishing?
Yes, I'm already dressed.
You were just pretending to be asleep.
Yes.
Someone has conveniently cut in some steps into the cliffside. We're very grateful to that person. It makes getting up and down this cliff a lot easier. And off we go. How long did we troll for, Owen?
About like 5 seconds.
Yeah, about 5 seconds.
I'm going for
Are you gonna make this squid squirt everyone in the face?
maybe, maybe not.
I'd prefer if you didn't.
Okay. I don't know how to point it.
No, it's a bit.
I don't know how to point it.
You're gonna ride him into the net, Owen.
That's weird.
You caught the squid. I think it's only fair that you do the karate chop.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I do. Okay. Good. 2, 3.
There we go. You got it, buddy.
Yay!
Well done.
I killed a squid.
And to the bucket. Owen's out fishing, everyone. There, Owen.
I'm holding it the
It's cool.
Have a look at that for a cool looking creature.
And I got it.
You gonna give him a little pat before he goes back, buddy?
Sure.
What do you think of how his skin feels?
It's pretty cool.
It's rough, isn't it? They don't have
Sandpaper.
They don't have scales like fish. They have like a rough sandpapery skin. All right, mate. You can go back down to the depths.
Have a nice life.
Well, guys, there are plenty of fish coming on board, but unfortunately, we just weren't able to find the target species today. This one is called a Tommy Rough. I tell you what, we're getting everything but the whiting that we're looking for. Well, fishing wasn't overly successful, so I figured we'd come on back and make some breakfast. Good to see that you're back in the swing of Herkle-Durkling, darling.
Well, I made a New Year's resolution last year to read 100 books this year, and I've got 2 more to finish before the end of the year, so I'm desperately trying to get that done. So,
What's the time, darling?
I don't know, 9 o'clock?
Only 9 o'clock, is it?
Only 9 o'clock?
Would you like some breakfast made for
I
you?
love some breakfast, darling. Thank you.
I'm going to make some breakfast and then we've got to do a little bit of running around, as you know.
As you know.
Kids want some bacon?
Yes!
Why don't you go sit outside?
Thank you.
You want a wrap for breakfast, darling?
I do want to wrap. I'm starving.
We getting dressed today or
Yeah,
after breakfast?
After breakfast.
Alright, so got a little bit of fun story time to share with you guys. Have a look at where my tow hitch is supposed to be. There's something missing there, isn't there? So, a couple nights ago, we got woke up by somebody knocking at our door at 11:30 at night, which is a little bit scary,
And
a little bit weird, but it turns out they got themselves stuck in the dunes over there and they were asking somebody to give them a hand to get them unstuck. So I got up and I give them a hand to get them unstuck. And then in the process, I've managed to not connect my tow hitch back on properly.
with the pin.
And I've gone for a drive into town and come home and our tow hitch is missing.
Yes.
Now we're a long way from anything. We got Port Lincoln. I don't even know if we could sort this out down in Port Lincoln. I think our best opportunity might be to drive all the way to Adelaide, which is like 9 hours.
Yeah.
So we're freaking out because we can't go anywhere without that.
Yeah, we've got to leave in less than 24 hours.
So-
So how do we sort this out?
So we went for a drive looking for it, didn't find it. Mel happened to see a car come in. You want to explain what happened?
So a car drove in to see some other people here at camp, and I just walked up and I said, "Oh, excuse me, did you see a tow hitch on the way in?" And she's like, "Actually, I saw it on the Cow community group page today."
And she happened to know the person in person and have their phone number. So
So-
she's given them a call. They've said, yes, we've found the hitch. They've told us where it is. So after breakfast, we're going for a drive
To
to
go get
retrieve
it.
our hitch.
Yay.
Thank God, because it would have been a nightmare. We
And
would have been stuck here, I
We would
imagine,
have been
because
stuck here.
we would have had 2 options, either express post or drive to Adelaide,
Yeah.
and at least $250.
Yeah.
Well, the drive would have been $350 with the fuel cost. Post would be $250 to $300 to sort this out. So it would have been a very expensive Good Samaritan act. So I'm
And,
so glad that somebody's found it
and
and
they're lucky-
tried to find the owners.
Trying to find the owners, and a lucky happenstance, the people we're camping with, they have a spare pin we could temporarily use so that we can.
So we're getting out of this debacle. But anyway, that was story time. So after breakfast, we're going for a drive.
Right, here we go. We're off to find our hitch, hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
And there's some cool little igloo things along the way, so we're going to stop and check them out as well. These cool structures are known as igloos. They were built during the Second World War in 1942 to be used as air raid shelters and radio bunkers. Their construction was never completed as peace was declared. So this is a little piece of war history in the middle of the Eyre Peninsula. It'd be pretty cool to have something like that on your property.
She said it's the only gate with Christmas decorations. I can see it. I can see it.
She looks a bit banged up.
A little battered. Oh, mwah. That saves us so much bloody drama. Thank goodness for that. Kids are all dressed and ready. We're going to go and head over to the sand dunes and do a little bit of sandboarding. Because nothing would be more fun than having a big filling lunch and then jumping onto my beer belly and sliding down the sand dune. No, they actually have these sand dunes. Alright. I know the wind is making the audio a bit unpleasant, so I'm going to take over here. Unfortunately, it wasn't always glass-off conditions, and we still copped some windy conditions on more than a few occasions. This is why we're heading out to the sand dunes instead of being out on the water. But the sand dunes just north of camp is one of the coolest parts about this camp. and you don't need glass off conditions to enjoy them either. Just about every day we found ourselves back out here, with or without the wind. It was awesome riding bodyboards up and down these stunning dunes, and also really good exercise, as the trudge up the dunes caused a bit of lactic buildup and resulted in a few sore muscles as an after effect. But it's moments like this that remind us why we choose the lifestyle that we have. It's not always easy, and it's not always stress-free. And although we try, maybe we don't do the best job of sharing all the difficulties that we endure. But I can say this, when it's good, it's bloody good. And it's moments like this that remind us why travelling Australia and living life a little bit differently is a choice that we don't regret.
Every breath is filled with thoughts of you. I am so lost without you, and I don't know what to do.
It's a little bit of a mother-like daughter, isn't it? How many books to go, darling?
2.
2.
2.5.
Alright guys, I've got something to share with you. We didn't have a lot of success out fishing, but we've managed to pick up some raw blue swimmer crab meat. I have no idea how they managed to get the crab meat out of the crab, but I'm just excited that I don't have to deal with it, so I couldn't knock that back. So I'm going to be trying to cook up some crab meatballs. Now we've picked up an air fryer. It's a bit of a new thing in our lives. Really excited that we've now got the power to start doing that. So I'm going to share a little bit of a crab meatball recipe with you. For the crab mix, we're adding some Kewpie mayo, Dijon mustard and an egg. And to spice it up, we've got some onion salt and dry chives. I've then mixed that all up before adding the crab meat, and then while mixing I've added some panko breadcrumbs until it's the right consistency. I then rolled the mixture into meatballs and popped them into the fridge for 20 minutes. So our crabs have been sitting, get in and show inside. They were sitting in the fridge for, I don't know, about 20 odd minutes. Now I'm going to put them in the new part of our family, the air fryer. Looks good in there. So we've discovered that we've got power for days. We charge up to full at about 10:30, 11 o'clock mostly in the car, so we decided let's get ourselves a little treat. We've got a little air fryer. It's only 1550 watts max temperature. I'm going to cook these for I think 12 minutes at 200 degrees. See how they go. I'm so happy to have brought an air fryer back into our lives, and look at that, look at them cook away. It won't be long and it's going to be seafood charcuterie. Alrighty, we got our seafood charcuterie board. Get in close and show that. This is a little bit of, so we didn't catch any fish today, but we caught some fish the other day. We got one flathead and we got one whiting. So I've done that into little fish bites with a batter and the little crab cakes. I can't wait to see how this goes. Who's going first? Who wants to taste test?
I'll have a ball.
Go on with this.
You should.
There's some lemon to go with it if you're interested.
Is it good?
Is it good?
That's good.
Wow.
Should we do a little bit of lemon?
Give me a lemon.
Bit of zest.
bit of
Oh, the baby zest. It's good. There's a lot of breadcrumb in it.
Yeah, I have
A bit more of the meat, but I was expecting it to
That's
be
good.
a bit more meatier. but
I had to
it's
thicken
still
it
good.
out.
Yeah.
I had to thicken it out with the breadcrumbs, otherwise it was just like a slop.
Yeah, no, this is good.
Hey, good. Yeah, good.
Alright guys, I think with that we're going to wrap up this week's video. Thank you so much for watching.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you on the next adventure, guys. Bye.
Is the van on fire? Is the van on fire?
No.
Is the smoke alarm just being a pain in the butt?
I just put a battery.
Well, it's clearly not the batteries is the issue then, is it?
Well, I just pressed.
We're just going to have to get another one. Did they just poop? Did they just poop on us? Did they just shower us in Well, hello children.
Hello.
Not a bad spot for dinner, hey?
Yeah.
How's your spot? How's your view? How's your dinner?
I can see Owen's face and I can see the ocean.
Your two favourite things? You can say no. No one will hold it against you.
One favorite thing.
Hey Vanfam, thanks so much for watching, and from our family to yours, we wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll see you sometime in 2025. Bye.